So I moved out here when I was 15 years old, by myself, without a family, without my friends, anybody. I didn't know anyone. And my mom was like, you gotta finish high school. That's the only thing, like, you have to finish high school, you're 15 years old. So we found a high school in like a little out of the city, and I studied there for like 2 years, and graduated. Super blessed to be able to work with some of the people I work with, like my vocal coach, Ron Anderson. He's the Weeknd's vocal coach, and my dance coach, his name is Anze Skruba. He's one of Chris Brown's dancers, and he's worked with Justin Timberlake and stuff. And my performance coach was Ryan Toby, who's done a lot of stuff for Usher and stuff. So it was like the people I work with got like, they saw the vision from early on. And yeah, he loves to sail, but it wasn't just sailing. It was like, it was everything. But that's kind of how we started. We kind of left Norway, but yeah, we switched it up. Kind of whatever. It was sick because it was like, from what they tell me, it was like, oh, let's spend another week or two here, and if we want to, we can go there. It was like super like chill. Like my mom kind of organized it all, but there was no like, we have to be here, we have to go there. It was just, and it was incredible. It kind of brought the family together.
This is Lauren Engel of Sidewalk Talk. Today I'm here with TREVIS BRENDMOE.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
So you're born initially in Oslo?
I'm from Norway, Oslo. At the Seabridge. Yeah, LA nå. You doing in Norwegian or English? What do you want? Do whatever you want.
Or your parents originally from
Norway as well.
Yeah. Also from Oslo, or?
My whole family is from, I'm just 100% Norwegian.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring, but yeah. So I moved out here like 5 years ago. But I was born and raised in Norway.
Yeah. What career are your parents?
They're all real estate. Or my dad started as a painter.
Oh wow.
Like he was a troublemaker in school. That's where I get it from. Like he would literally like vandalize the gym and stuff. And then one day, one teacher was like, "You gotta fix the gym," because he knew that he wasn't gonna study in class. So my dad spent the entire like recess painting the gym, and that's how he started getting into painting. And he started doing it and became super good at it, and one of like Norway's best painters.
Oh wow.
And then he started doing real estate, and then now that's what the whole family does. My brother does it, my sister does it, my mom does it, and I do music.
So you have your own family firm?
Yeah. It's like a family, super small family company. But it's like, I'll sit there on Monday meetings and I have no idea what they're talking about. They're always talking about like business, and I'm just like fully music. Like,
yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Residential, or do they do commercial buildings?
This is all residential. I think they did like a boutique hotel one time.
Wow.
But yeah, pretty much homes and stuff.
And then how did you travel the world, like 100 countries?
Alright, so 107 countries.
Yeah.
I was young, I was like 8 years old, but my dad would work so much, like he'd go to sleep at the office, and before I wake up he'd be back at the office again. So I didn't really get to see him. I didn't even know my dad that well. And then one day he was like, I need to spend more time with the family. Like, I don't even know my kids like that. So he took his company and he sold it, and he literally took his phone and his laptop and he threw it in the ocean.
What?
I swear to God. And this is like the most like business guy ever. And he took his stuff, threw it in the ocean, and we sailed out for 3 years. We did everything. We did like hot air balloon in Africa,
oh my God,
to like submarine in the US, to like planes, to like an RV in Australia, to
How old were you when this happened?
I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. Yeah, so I was young.
Wow.
But I remember certain stuff. Like, I'll send you some pictures. Like, I got some baby. I was like this tall.
I'll put it into this video.
I had white hair, like the whitest hair. I was the whitest little kid. I had blue eyes, and then when I turned 10 years old, my eyes turned green and my hair turned brown. And
Damn. So did he have like experience sailing? You sailed for most of the country.
No, we did like, we started sailing. Jesus.
Everything's all like a huge rash of off. I hope it's not gonna hit this camera.
I could have killed us.
I'm holding onto this camera. Ouch. Oh, please don't fall.
I got you.
Oh my God, these are... Holy crap. Wait, look. Oh my God. This is gonna be the craziest bloopers ever. Oh my god, we have to pass those trees.
I hope you got that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I got everything.
Yo, did you guys see that? I was like this and it fell on my shoulder.
Wow, we really
It's a windy day. LA is never like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves to sail, but it wasn't just sailing, it was everything. But that's kind of how we started. We kind of left Norway, but yeah, we switched it up. Kind of whatever. It was sick because it was like, from what they're telling me, it was like, oh, let's spend another week or two here, and if we want to, we can go there. It was like super like chill. Like my mom kind of organized it all, but there was no like we have to be here, we have to go there.
Damn.
It was just, and it was incredible. It kind of brought the family together. And I'd say all the time, my sister's like my best friend because we grew up together. Like, and she's 2 years older than me, so we were like super close growing up. So
how long was the whole traveling time?
like 3 years.
Oh, so you stopped? So you were homeschooled, or how was it?
Yeah, my cousin would come, and every week we had to send stuff in to school. So I still had to study and stuff. I didn't get away from it.
Wow.
But yeah.
What kind of music was played in the house when you were growing up?
What was that?
What kind of music was played in the house when you were growing up?
My dad played guitar and stuff, so it was a lot of Indian music. And I was huge on like pop music. I love like Tyler Cruz, Jason Derulo, like the super pop music, because that was kind of all that was playing in Norway and stuff. And we were just super big on EDM. And I was actually a DJ as well. Like that's how I started making music. I would make DJ songs, and when I was 12 years old, I was performing at some of the biggest beach clubs in Spain.
What?
Like
How did they even let you?
I had my dad stand next to me because I wasn't allowed in when my dad would stand next to me, but because of the songs I had out on SoundCloud and stuff, they would like tell me to come and perform, and it was crazy because I was just a little kid and everyone else around me was like throwing champagne around. It was crazy.
That's crazy. So what kind of EDM artists were you listening to when you were younger? Yeah.
David Guetta, Arvin, jeez. Yeah, mostly like David Guetta and like house music. A lot of like unknown house music artists and stuff. It was more the songs I'd catch and whatever. But I would like, and Rus, I don't know if you know what Rus is.
How do you spell it?
R-U-S-S.
Oh, okay,
So in Norway we have this thing called Rus, and it's like after you graduate high school, you get a bus with your best friends, like 30 people, and you flip it and you put strip poles in it.
Oh my gosh.
Speakers like crazy.
Yeah.
And you just party for 30 days. Like 30 days and 30 nights. You just go all out, and you wear like a suit and you don't change. You keep the suit on for 30 days. It's crazy. That's just in Norway. And every song has its own, every bus has its own song. And I would make songs for the buses. And they pay me like 10 grand, 20 grand for a song.
That's crazy.
And that's how I got money to pay for my home studio setup and started making beats.
Yeah.
And then it got more into like R&B and urban music. And I started singing and stuff. So.
Yeah. So how do you teach yourself producing at such a young age, like YouTube?
I didn't. So when I was 11 years old, I met my manager, Ola Sanusi. He's from London.
How did you meet him?
He was in Norway on tour with this British boy band. And I was like, I wanted the music, and someone put me in the studio and he was there. And then I told him I wanted the music, but I have no clue like where to start. Like none of my friends do music. And he was like, I'll teach you. He kind of taught me how to write and everything about the music business, and so that's kind of how we met. And he's still my manager today, 9 years later. And he's out here living with me right now. But he kind of taught me everything about the industry. And he still today keeps me up to date on everything. So he's like a brother, like a family to me. So.
How do you describe your personality back then growing up?
Like my dad, like stupid, like reckless, like we love to just do what we feel like. Like I didn't think much, I would just kind of do it. But it was just like fun. It's all like, yeah, I didn't really have any that strict rules, and my family kind of let me do what I wanted to do. I never did anything stupid like I've never done drugs, and like I don't even drink alcohol. Like I hate the way it tastes, but they know that like let me run free, like whatever. So,
yeah, actually with that, what made you want to go towards a sober lifestyle?
I just never was into it. Like I hate the taste of alcohol. Like it doesn't like taste good. And like drugs, I've never been, like my family has never been into that. Like I've never felt the need to try it. Not even like weed, even though it's legal here in LA.
But your parents aren't religious?
Nah, I mean we believe in God, but we're never going to church or anything like that. but it's just a lifestyle that I don't feel like I need to get into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you like school growing up?
No, I'm so bad at school. Like, I'm so lucky that I didn't have to go to college because I was going to do music. Because like all I had to do was pass high school. So I moved out here when I was 15 years old, by myself, without a family, without my friends, anybody. I didn't know anyone. And my mom was like, you gotta finish high school. That's the only thing, like, you have to finish high school, you're 15 years old. So we found a high school in like a little out of the city, and I studied there for like 2 years, and graduated, barely graduated.
That's so crazy. So how did it work? Like, were you just living, like, who were you living with?
I was living with the host family.
Oh, okay.
They were super sweet and took me in and like treated me like their own son. So that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no family. I didn't know anyone when I came out here, so.
Because I know you came here because you wanted to pursue music, but couldn't you have done that also in Norway? There's so many like pop stars
that's
there.
the thing. Like, the music industry at the time, and my friends, like, all my friends play soccer and go to school, and they don't really. No one's into music like I am, so it's just tough for me to get into it.
How about like music school over there?
There's no really music schools. Like, I had no one to go to besides this like 40-year-old man in the studio at the time when I was like 12. And the best way to grow as an artist is being around other kids that do the same thing you do. So I just told my family, like, for me to be able to get better at this, like, I need to go to LA where it's at and really pursue this music dream. So again, my mom was just like, yeah, you just gotta finish high school. My dad was like, cool. And we found a high school, and I moved over here in 2014. Yeah. Which is crazy to think about. I'm 20 now. I've been here for 5 years, but I was young coming out here. So.
Yeah. Was it difficult fitting in, or like even assimilating with the culture?
Yeah, no, it was kind of cool because girls loved it. Like I was Norwegian, so it was like exciting. You know what I mean?
Because that's rare in high school and college. It's like more common when you have like.
Yeah. I was just, hey, my name is TREVIS. I'm from Norway, and that was like.
Yeah.
That was enough to get a conversation going, you know what I mean? But the other boys were like American or whatever. So in that way it was cool, but in other ways it was like a little difficult because it's just like I just came in, they all know each other, like I don't know anyone. Like the first 5 months I was kind of just sitting by myself, and then it got easier and stuff when people knew I was Norwegian, and like I was like talking to everyone. Like when I was in senior year, I knew all the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, like, because I was just saying hey to everyone and trying to make friends. So.
Yeah. And when did you come up with your name?
My name?
Yeah.
You know my real name?
Huh?
You know my real name?
Sliver. I don't know.
So,
Sliver.
Here we go. When I moved here, no one could say it?
Sliver?
No one could say it. So, I was like, I gotta come up with something, like, as my artist name, it's gotta be easier for people to know. So Sivert backwards is TREVIS, and I just I think I was on a plane when I came up with that. I was bored and I was just writing my name down, and I was like, it's not Travis, it's still like a little different with an E, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. I keep that. And when I came to America, I told the teacher, tell everyone that my name is TREVIS. Oh, and okay. Everyone just called me TREVIS, and that just
became our name.
My artist name. So.
And then when you were in high school, were you already doing like all the classes? Like I know you did a lot of like performance class.
Yeah. Class. Again, like I came right here to do music, so I had to find a vocal coach. I had to find a dance teacher, performance rehearsal like coach, and that was outside of school. But I practiced piano and guitar at school, which helped me a lot. But again, like it was kind of tough in the beginning, but I was super lucky and super blessed to be able to work with some of the people I work with. Like my vocal coach, Ron Anderson, he's the Weeknd's vocal coach.
Yeah, actually, how did you meet all these coaches?
My management, I signed with a movie and TV management back in the time that do like The Walking Dead and stuff, because they saw one of my music videos and they were like, okay, he can act, let's sign him. So they introduced me to a lot of these people. And my dance coach, his name is Anze Skruba. He's one of Chris Brown's dancers, and he's worked with Justin Timberlake and stuff. And my performance coach was Ryan Toby, who's done a lot of stuff for Usher and stuff. So it was like the people I work with got like, they saw the vision from early on and wanted to help out and wanted to become a part of my story, which I'm super thankful for. I still work with all of them. Oh wow. So that's one of the biggest things for me, like performances and stuff. like my performances are lit. Like we just got so much energy, and the light show is incredible. And I always want to make sure that there's stuff happening like that you're entertained. You know what I mean? Like I'm dancing here, and then I'm singing here, and then like I'm talking to the audience here. That's just one thing I've been working on since I was 15. So, again, I'm super thankful for the people I work with.
And was acting something that was on your radar like before they scouted you?
Acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Acting's been something I want to do. Like one of my biggest inspirations is Justin Timberlake and Chris Brown, and both of those two artists have done both. You know what I mean? They've they started out as musicians, and then kind of as years went on, they both got into acting. Like Justin Timberlake stopped releasing music and did acting for like 3-4 years before back to the music. So that's something I want to do as well. Like in 5-10 years, kind of try out some acting stuff. So
what age were you when you were assigned to the
I was
acting?
16, 15.
Oh wow. So
Yeah,
as soon as you came
as soon
here?
as I came here.
That's crazy. That's like people come here and wait a long time and you got it like within months.
Yeah, like we shot the music video.
Hollywood
The first
dream.
time I came here, we shot the music video. I came back 3 months later with a music video, and my dad sent it around to friends and stuff. And it just ended up in the right hands, I guess. And these people wanted to meet me, and they loved the energy and they loved what we were doing, and they signed it. It was cool. It was cool. But now I'm just totally focused on music, and we got music dropping. Like we already released a couple of records and got some more coming. So.
And what's the inspiration behind Pretty Girls?
I just see pretty girls and I'm like, yo, like that's pretty much what inspired it. Like it's just about me and the boys going out, seeing beautiful girls, and just like wanting to talk to them, wanting to like say what's up. And we always know that like if you see a really pretty girl, like she's not by herself at the clubs, so she's like with her friends and stuff. Like when you go out, you're with your friends and stuff. So I'm basically like pretty girls, like them pretty girls, like where are your friends at? Like your friends should meet my friends and we should get together and stuff. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah. Did it take you a long time to find your style of music because you've been doing it for like 10 years?
I feel like I just found it. To be honest with you, like so in late 2017, I released my first single, Hard to Get, and that was back home only. Like I just went back home to start from home and kind of get the country behind me before trying to make it out here.
Yeah, actually, how did you do that? I know that you have like a big base on like the Norway radio.
So we were just like, I was like, I just want to go home and start this from home, from where I'm from, and kind of get my city behind me, because that's super important to me to have my home country behind me. So I moved back home for like 4 months, and I'm still independent. I was independent, and I met with a PR company. And we're like, hey, we got some records, like we're ready to start releasing and start getting a buzz out. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. And I just released a record, like completely independent. And the song did like 500,000 streams in like a month and a half. And it also got playlisted on Norway's biggest radio station. So we were like, yo, this is incredible. Like the support is sick, so let's just keep releasing music. So we kept releasing like one after the other, and they all did the same numbers and all got playlisted on radio. So that was until May last year. And then we had like 6 records out, and now we had like a 6-month break where we've just been in the studio working on new music. And that music that's out is more pop, like I was telling you about, more pop, a little bit of EDM and stuff, because that's what I was doing back then. But now I'm kind of getting into the R&B and the urban side of what I want to do. Because growing up in LA, like I'm growing up in high school in LA, and all the kids are listening to Future and Chris Brown, and I'm like, I started catching on to that young, and I'm like, that's what I want to do as well. So the new music is definitely like a little more urban, a little more mature. I'm 20 now. I turned 21 this summer. So the music is I'm definitely finding my sound in that sense.
Yeah. So, and have you had to work other jobs, or I guess you just like after graduating you're just doing music full time?
School and music has been like parallel.
Oh wow.
And I do music full time. Like I wake up, I don't know if you see my Instagram, but like I'm in the gym every day, like working out, and then performance rehearsals, and then like, you know what I mean? So it's a full-time job right now. And luckily we're able to, you know, live off that for now. So we have a lot of festivals and shows coming up this summer and stuff. So, you know, it's been good.
Yeah. What are the main inspirations for your debut album coming out?
Main inspirations. I would say Chris Brown.
Oh, I mean like the lyrics.
Okay, lyrically?
Yeah.
Girls.
The whole album dedicated to girls.
Y'all my inspirations always. Honestly, that's just what it's about. It's just girls. And having fun and just going out. I'm young. Like this is like I'm from Norway and I'm in LA doing music, doing what I love. I'm around pretty girls and like it's like this is the funnest part of my life right now, where I get to do this. So I'm just kind of capture what I'm living and putting it into my music. And yeah, so just fun times, girls, music, what I love. So yeah.
Actually, has it occurred to you to sign with a record label, or is that something that
Sure.
you're...
If you're an A&R watching this, hit my line.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's work. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been super awesome being independent, but it gets to a point where it's like, it's just a grind, you know what I mean? You have to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Like, the artwork for the cover, like, we did that. Like, the music production, like, the PR, everything, we have to do it ourselves. So when you have a label, they kind of help you, like, get to that next level. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it'll definitely be easier with a label, but if no label comes knocking, we're just gonna keep pushing and keep riding until.
How would you say your music has changed compared to the songs that you wrote when you were like 11 or whatever?
More mature, way more mature. The last project is like really me, like from writing to production to everything. I have a huge say in what I do. Like I'm a perfectionist as well, so I'll go over a beat like until the producer almost kicks me out of the studio because he's like fed up with me. But like the new music is like so authentic to me and what I want to do. So it's definitely matured a lot, and it sounds dope. I can't wait to put it out.
Yeah.
To be honest, so.
How else have you grown as a person compared to when you were younger?
I'm still the same kid. Like I haven't changed at all. I never want to change. Like I'm growing, but I'll never change. You know what I mean? I'm still the same kid I was, traveling the world, like little punkster and stuff. But you know what I mean? It's like I'm not changing ever. But I'm the same kid as I was back in Norway, which is crazy because a lot of people would be like, "Oh, like don't change when you go to LA. Like LA is this dangerous place," and it's not really a dangerous place. It's just like the people you're around. You got to make sure you're good in like good environments and stuff. And like me not drinking and me not doing drugs, like that's something that I've been like super serious about. So yeah, I just know who I am. You got to know yourself. And
Yeah.
I definitely know myself. And
What do you say have been your biggest challenges so far in your life?
moving out here was the biggest challenge
Yeah.
for sure. Like it can get lonely. Like yeah, it's all fun, but like I got no family here. I haven't seen my family in 3 months, and I'm probably not gonna see them for another 2 months. And I'm just like 20 years old, so I'm not having my family here. The friends I grew up with, like, and it's like I did music. I traveled. I had a show in Singapore last year. I had a show in Spain. I had a show in Norway, Sweden. Like I traveled so much, so it's like you're alone a lot of the times. And
Yeah.
a lot of your friends don't really get that because it's like they all have their friend groups, but when you're gone, like most of the time, and they don't see you, it kind of fades. You know what I mean? And people kind of live their life, you know. So that's one thing that's kind of been difficult. But you know, my real friends have always been by my side. Like I have best friends from kindergarten that I'm still like that are my best friends today. So
Yeah, I love that.
yeah,
What does love mean to you?
everything. I'm a lover boy. I'm like all love. I'm a Cancer, June 26th. So like I'm huge on love, like romantic shit. I love love. Like love is love. Like
Yeah.
it's not, like when you're in love, like that's the best shit ever. Like having someone to like go crazy about is amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Love is everything.
Last question. What do you want to be remembered for?
Ooh. Good question. What I want to be remembered for? Ooh, that's a good question. No one's asking that before. Of course, as an artist, you want to be remembered for your music. You want your music to do more than just sell a couple records. You want to like for me, again, my biggest inspirations are Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, Drake, like all these artists that have longevity, and they've been in the game for like 10, 15 years, and they still like. The music is just like longevity, and the careers are longevity, and I want to be one of those artists that is around. Like this is what I'm gonna do in my life. Like I didn't go to college. Like I don't have a lot of things to fall back on. So like I want this to definitely be a long-term career. I want to be remembered for my music, and just being a genuinely like good guy that inspires a lot of people. Like coming from Norway, a small town, I guess also a small city where like not a lot of people do music, and if they do it in Norwegian.
Yeah.
Very few artists from my country go sing or rap in English and move out of the country. So I want to like show kids that if you don't have any friends that do it, you can move out to LA, you can go wherever, and you can do it as well, you know? So I was 11 when I started doing music.
Yeah.
I'm 20 now, 9 years later, and I'm still like pushing. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking possible, man. Just go, do it. If you want it, go big, like, you know? So you just came to LA 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And look at you now, you're doing this. So,
True.
you know what I mean? You know what it's like. So
Yeah. I love
foreigners.
this. Yeah.
Some foreigners in the big city.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.